Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cushing's 2011 commencement exercises. I would ask everybody except for the class of 2011 to sit. Please stay standing if you're in the class of 2011 for a moment. Seniors, I'm so proud of all of you. You guys rock hugely. Today is your day, and everybody here, and many others who can't be here, are holding you in their hearts today. We're here to celebrate you. This is your day of celebration. But before we begin the celebration of you, I think it's appropriate for you to celebrate the people who got you here. And so first of all, seniors, I'd like to invite you to give a loud round of applause for your parents, those who are here and those who can't be here, to thank them for all that they did to get you to where you are today. And next, I'd like to invite you to give similar applause for your grandparents and aunts and uncles and all of your family and loved ones, both those who are here and those who can't be here, who had such a great impact on shaping you. And you may not know many of them, but we have trustees here, and some who can't be here, who have had a much greater impact on your Cushing experience than you might ever know. And so let's give them a strong thank you. And finally, but hardly least, the wonderful teachers who have looked after you and inspired you and cared for you, loved you, and are so happy to see your success today. Let's give them our thank you. And now we'll start to celebrate you. Thanks. Have a seat. We have a lot of important events on stage today and some very important and marvelous speakers. And so I'm going to keep my remarks extremely brief, which I know will disappoint no one. First of all, I just want to point out that Tim Cassidy today is very happy that the Bruins won last night. Tim's from Swampscott, Mass. You're the man, Tim. They won that for you last night. That was going out to Tim. And also, I just want to point out, because we do represent a very large and varied constituency, anyone here from Tampa Bay today? We do have counselors available. They're posted at the back of the tent. And they're well-versed in trauma and mourning, so. He who cannot call upon 3,000 years is living hand to mouth. He who cannot call upon 3,000 years is living hand to mouth. Those are the words of the great poet and philosopher from the 19th century, the German poet Goethe. And what I think he meant by that is that if you don't understand all that civilization has bequeathed to you, then you are living only moment to moment without an understanding of memory of how you got here or depth of insight into the nature of reality. And what we really try to bequeath at Cushing, and what I think we have done so successfully with these wonderful young men and women, is to bequeath the best of millennia of human aspiration, striving, and insight. When you're studying history, of course, you're getting that. That's self-evident. But also when you're studying, say, the sciences, you're getting the best of the cumulative work of literally millennia of the finest minds of our human family that have been honed and systematized and are still tentative and ongoing, passed to you. So you live at the cusp of all of the greatest endeavor and experience of all the humans who came before you. And the people who bequeathed that to you in these last few years are your teachers, who are the learned guides to 3,000 years of knowledge. And so I'd like to again invite you to give them a round of applause and thanks. He who cannot call upon 3,000 years is indeed living hand to mouth, but you no longer will have to do that. And those are my only comments to you because we have so many important people to talk with you today. And so now I would like to move on to invite Marcy Wenning to join me. It's a privilege to ask her to join me on the stage. Marcy and Bill Wenning have been beloved members of the Cushing family since 1985, when Bill joined the faculty in the science department. In their many roles as dorm parents, teacher, nurse, coach, advisor, role models, and friends, the Wennings have touched all of our lives and many others in the past. Marcy and Bill are the proud parents of 3 children, Amy, Drew, and Cody. When Cody, their youngest, was diagnosed 15 years ago with autism at the age of 3, the Wennings' lives changed in ways that they couldn't possibly have imagined. Since Cody's diagnosis, Marcy and Bill have been fierce advocates for autism awareness and research. A leading volunteer for Autism Speaks, the National Alliance for Autism Research, Marcy has co-chaired the Greater Boston Walk for 3 years and is currently a director on the board of the New England chapter of Autism Speaks. She's also a grant reviewer for the National Autism Speaks, as well as the chair for the chair of development for AFAM, the Advocates for Autism of Massachusetts. She's a passionate member of the Speakers Bureau, sharing her family's story to raise awareness. And I know, too, those of you who know the Wennings know that they're very private people. And so it's a gift and a sacrifice for them to be such public people and speaking about their own private experience to benefit others. All of this Marcy has done while her family walk team, Cody's Clan, has raised more than $500,000 for research. Please welcome Marcy Wenning to our podium.
Thank you, Dr. Tracy, for inviting me to speak at the 2011 graduation, and congratulations to you, the graduates. I would like to take a moment to thank the Cushing community for the ongoing support that you have shown for Cody for so many years. This year took that support to another level with the fun run and benefit, and we have never been more proud to be part of such a caring school and town community. I am also very happy to be here with your commencement speakers, both of whom I knew as students living in Low Hall and as visitors to the health center. Erin actually had the honor of playing varsity basketball for Coach Wenning for 3 years. My daughter Amy, a 2000 graduate, and son Drew, a 2006 graduate, gave me some advice about speaking today. Be brief. So under their watchful eye, I will do that. Unfortunately, Drew, due to work situation, is watching us virtually. So hi, honey. My husband was teaching and coaching at Springfield College, and I was nursing at the college health center part-time, and we were enjoying our almost 3-year-old daughter. One day, Bill came home and said, "Wayne Sanborn from Cushing Academy came to see me today." I responded, "Where is Cushing Academy? Who is Wayne Sanborn, and why?" The reason was basketball, so I knew it piqued his curiosity. Well, Coach Sanborn, as many of you know, was very persistent. And before long, Bill came for an interview to coach varsity basketball and to teach in the science department. Shortly thereafter, he was invited for a second interview and was told to bring me. So we came, and as Bill went in, I sat in the car looking around and wondering, is this place even on a map? And why would anybody choose to come here? Questions that I'm sure many of you probably asked yourselves when you made your first visits. Trust me, Ashburnham is now a thriving metropolis compared to what it looked like back then. Eventually, Bill came out of the main building with a big smile on his face, and I, still sitting in the car, thought, uh-oh, he was offered the position and looks very excited, so I am going to need to compromise. So I said, okay, I will go, but I will not stay more than 3 years. Well, that was 1985. My son Drew was born here in 1987, and things were good. We were both working here, our children were thriving, and any bumps in the road would eventually seem so trivial. In 1993, our third child, Cody, was born, and it didn't take very long to realize he was not developing as he should. Cody was born at the same time as 3 other faculty boys were born. One of those children, Jeffrey Merrill, is among you here today as a graduate. We got together as a group when they were approximately 6 months old, and the differences between the boys was confirmation to me that there were issues with Cody. When I first brought it up to Cody's pediatrician, he did not agree and told us, Mrs. Wenning, boys develop slower and let him go at his own pace. Well, if anybody knows me, I could not accept that. Little did we realize this would be the first of a series of challenges we were about to face, challenges that will remain for the rest of Cody's life. Now I will fast forward. Cody is about to turn 18, and as the faculty and student body heard my daughter explain in a special assembly earlier this spring, he is low functioning on the autism spectrum. Cody only has 7 to 10 words in his vocabulary, and he needs help with every aspect of daily living. When reflecting back to when our trusted pediatrician fought me on my instincts and the journey that followed, it is sometimes hard to relive. The relentless battle with the town for funding of his education, with the state for much needed services, with having to move Cody in and out of different programs for the past 10 years, all that proved to be unsuitable, and with ourselves as we learn to live with and accept the harsh realities of autism, all will be etched permanently into our lives. Sadly, it has only been a year since Cody has been in a program that adequately suits his needs. Then, of course, there was the various therapies, diets, medications, all of which we tried in an effort to help him. Through all of this, our family became closer and gained strength from Cody, who in his own way is one of the happiest and most loving people I know. Cody has changed our family in so many ways. Some have been very difficult to navigate through and will continue to be as we help him on his journey into adulthood. But because of Cody, we as a family decided to face adversity head on. When we realized we could not fix this for him, we decided we would try to make sure that those that followed him would have a better chance at maximizing their potential. Since 2001, Cody's clan has raised over $500,000 for autism research. We advocate for legislation that will hopefully one day ensure the protection for those with disabilities, and we tirelessly work to raise awareness about this devastating disability. Cody should truly be graduating today. He should be going to college, he should be dating, and maybe someday getting married. But he won't. Tomorrow will be the same for Cody as today. But that being said, he is content. He adores his family, our close friends, and the people that work with him. Cody has taught us the meaning of patience, of tolerance, of understanding, and the true meaning of unconditional love. We will never, ever hear the words, "I love you," but we feel that love from him every day. As you leave here today, your journey is continuing. College, career, and for most family. Whatever path you travel, we wish you one without any adversity. But the reality is that some of you will face obstacles, and how you deal with those will determine not only the quality of the life that you will have, but the quality of your character. We have chosen to take the hand we were dealt and make a difference, not in spite of it, but because of it. Cody is serenading you over there. So put this advice in a safe place. If you remember nothing else of what I say here today, remember this. If you face a day when life's hardships bring you to your knees, know that how you choose to face those hardships is up to you. To quote the words of one writer, Arthur Golden, adversity is like a strong wind. It tears away from us all but the things that cannot be torn, so that we see ourselves as we really are. Thanks to Cody, our family has learned to see one another with compassion, with strength, and with limitless love. Thanks to you and the people of this town, we have learned how truly blessed we are to make this community our home, and we are so grateful to you all. Thank you for including us and Cody in this special day, and once again, congratulations to you, the class of 2011.
As Marcy mentioned, the Wennings have Cody and two other children, Amy and Drew. Drew is joining us by webcast today. They both were illustrious alumni of Cushing in their own right. Amy received her diploma here as a member of the class of 2000, and she was also at that time named the ideal Cushing girl. We have an ideal Cushing boy on stage with us today. Both Amy and Drew were four-year members of their classes, and Drew graduated in 2006 when he received the Vincent Booth Headmaster's Award. Now, Cody, if it were not for the fact that he was stricken with low-functioning autism, would be today a member of the class of 2011. And he might have been the ideal Cushing boy today if it were not for autism. Girls, he might have been your boyfriend. He might have been an all-star. He might have been valedictorian today. And keep in mind how delicate the balance is between what Cody's life is and what your life is. And also keep in mind that you might someday have a child with autism. And I would hope that you would handle that situation, which is difficult, tremendously difficult, with the grace and love and character and heroism of the Wennings. And also, I have a sneaking suspicion that we have in our 2011 class somebody who will find the cause and ultimately the cure of autism. I have no doubt. It is our privilege today to honor Cody, his family, who are such beloved members of the Cushing family, and their commitment by naming Cody an honorary member of the class of 2011. Amy and Bill, would you join us on stage with Cody? Now, as I mentioned, He's excited. He's really appreciating it. As I mentioned, Amy was named the ideal Cushing girl when she graduated, and Drew was given a Vincent Booth Headmaster's Award upon his graduation. I should also point out that that their dad, Bill, has twice been named to the highest honor we bestow on any teacher at the school, and that is the Reitman Teacher of the Year Award, which incidentally this year belongs to Rajabala. Clearly, there's been a tremendous omission in our recognition of this family, which we shall rectify with an act of commission by honoring the heroism of Marcy in all of her work, both at Cushing and in her family. And so, Marcy, I'd like to bestow upon you the Cushing Academy Heroes Award. It reads, "In recognition of your exemplary character and leadership, we salute you for your passion and dedication in raising much-needed awareness and funding in the fight against autism and for your immense inspiration to others." Thank you, Marcy. God bless you.
Thank you all so much for this honor today.